But yeah, we can always address the comments as it comes up.
Alrighty.
But I want to do character creations. I want to keep everyone on the same page. Please don't write on my work right book.
I'm not.
What do you have under your yeah?
I was writing lightly anyway.
Please don't. just don't.
Here, have it back.
Thank
It
you.
bothers
It bothers me to no end. Trust me.
I was writing very lightly.
Still, it bothers me
Clint
to no
has
end.
spoken.
It is one of those quirks that I have. I have many.
Okay.
Okay.
One
So
of many quirks.
Keegan has the other book there, so I'll just try to keep you lined on page. So right now, I want to just focus on everyone's special attributes. So it's all your stuff on top. Your strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, spell special. It's actually kind of brilliant. Pay attention, please. No, you're not. Put it away.
It's going on alive.
Still. So what this gives you is you get 5 points in every one of those stats. You can choose to keep 5 points in every one of those stats, or you can reduce 1 to 4 to bump 1 up to 6. You shuffle the math around.
So every
attribute has you have a 5 in it, and you can adjust accordingly. Do not shortchange yourself on luck. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, you could drop it to a 4, but I wouldn't go below 3 on luck, just because luck actually has a lot of benefit in this game.
And so what's the highest on this RPG?
10 is the maximum you're going to be able to get to.
Okay.
But in order to get to a 10, you pretty much have to shortchange everything to have one really high attribute.
So what if you just left them all 5?
You could just leave them all 5 too, and you're middle of the road, and that's good. That's not bad.
I think I might do that because
How
that's
much
about what a
points do
Mr.
we
Handy
have?
would be.
Well,
How much points do we have?
it's not points. You put 5 in each one of them, and you can adjust. You could reduce 1 to 4 and
So-
bump 1 up to 6.
I could put 6 for luck and take away 1 from, I don't know.
You could.
Charisma or something.
I wouldn't put 6 in luck. I would leave luck at 5, honestly. But eventually you'll be able to bump these stats up anyway.
I think just for
For ease,
Sake
make
of
it
the
Do we
5.
have a pit boy in this?
Yes. But you won't start with 1. D will.
well, hold on a minute, Wormut. Yeah, don't write on his book. Shame on you.
I don't think mine can go to the comments.
All right.
Yeah, D is actually
You
the
can
only
go,
one
if
that
you
will start
scroll up,
with a
you
pit
can
boy.
find your chat. Who's your phone?
You're not signed in, so that would be why.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not signed in, and you're not on the actual app. You're on YouTube.com.
Yep, so she's watching. All right, Mini Wormut, so it's Fallout RPG. And these are the little stat sheets, I think should be
Everything's pretty straightforward, simple for this game.
pretty much.
All right. So once everyone's figured out their initial attributes,
Stop typing on the phone. If I do that, then I have to listen. Mini Wormut, then what? I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's
Clint.
the point.
Sure, Evie. You just be quiet. You're just a hand on the camera that comes in and out of that. So all my attributes, I'm just leaving at 5 for now.
Okay.
to start.
and that's fine. Because you're going to add your attribute plus your skill and try to roll under that on a d20.
On a D20.
On a d20, yeah.
Okay.
So the higher the better, obviously, but luck works a little different. You don't roll luck. Luck are points that you can use for other things, as well as action points. So they got an interesting system with this.
Yeah, well, I just I dropped my charisma to 1 and upped my strength perception at 7.
Ooh, charisma 1 is going to.
Remember,
Bite
he's
you.
You are. That's true. You are a Mr. Handy.
So it's not like he's gonna
And
have
you're
much
combat
charisma.
Mr. Handy.
It's not like I'm not gonna have much charisma to begin with.
That's true. I mean, you could be programmed later. Yeah, that does make sense.
That's why I figured I'd get away dropping the
Maybe.
charisma to 1.
There you go.
The bad part is the biggest weapon you can get the 10mm pistol.
What?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, you can't carry guns per se. I mean, you can carry a gun, but you can't actually use it.
So
you don't have fingers.
I'm gonna be more melee.
Well, but you can have a flamer. Also, you can have a giant buzzsaw.
Wait,
I figured it came with a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
How does he grab
And-
things if he doesn't have fingers?
Could you have a 3-pronged hand?
Oh, no, your laser emitter does
That's
allow you to
fingers.
make range attacks with it. Oh, that's interesting.
Nice.
Your little cutting laser also can be used as a small weapon.
Yeah, that's what he
that's cool.
uses in the game.
Yeah, I don't have him as a companion in the game.
I
I
use
make
him a
I
couple
make
times.
him work the bar.
So you okay. Well, that would be handy.
It
by the
is.
way.
Yeah.
After a day in Fallout, you might need something cold to drink. Who knows?
Yeah, that's
They
for
can
sure.
get to work.
He's fine.
So, all right. And so then, what about the other things that you
All
have
right.
here?
So well, I'm making sure everyone's got their attributes first, and then we'll
You
work
got
on
all your
skills.
attributes?
D
She's still deciding. So D is going to be a vault dweller. So she's going to have
Vault dweller.
slight advantage of education, formal
She's gonna
education.
be one of them educated people.
The bad part is it's education in a very controlled sense.
Well, there you go.
Right.
I mean,
I'd rather just be out
don't we
there.
call that
surviving.
indoctrination? I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
they refer to it as schooling.
Oh,
way.
schooling, yeah.
So would my charisma be lower?
That is up to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be because you're with another group, a bunch of
With
humans.
other people.
Yeah, I mean, you're living in a colony of probably about 30
But
people.
if I was highly indoctrinated, am I
It's-
believing it?
The indoctrination is that's all you know. So
Yeah.
you're going to believe it because you don't know otherwise. Remember, you've spent your entire life in this underground dwelling with these people.
Yeah, a lot of people like that don't have charisma though.
No, a lot of them don't. Some of them will. That's why they're usually the
That's
leader.
true.
But
Maybe that's how I
your
got
character
out,
is
or
also
why I
going to
got
only
out.
be. No, I know why you're getting out. We'll
But I
work on
don't.
that.
But
That's,
see,
well,
that's
see, the point is
Well-
you're building your character right now who's still living in the vault. You're only
Yeah.
18,
okay.
so
How old am I?
probably
You're
not much
38.
older.
2.
We're gonna make you 5.
You're probably about. Actually, you might be younger. You might only be 16 because to be an initiate, you only have to be 16 or older usually.
Oh, that's right. They are really.
They do recruit children, but
5.
I would play someone who's pretty much adult age.
Yeah, we don't want to send
Okay.
children.
Greg
off.
can
Where
be.
did I
This is what I deal
end
with.
up here?
Greg can be whatever age Greg wants. Keegan, you're gonna be 200 some odd years old, at least.
Do I have to worry about fuel?
No, you have a
200
fusion
years
core.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, you.
So
That's,
slightly explosive.
you're also immune to all
So
radiation.
Keegan, you're immune to radiation and you don't have to worry about a fuel supply.
Nope, he doesn't.
But what kind of damage can Mr. Handy take when attacked?
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, Mr.
Not
Handy's pretty
super great.
actually
Yeah.
pretty handy.
He's still pretty strong.
Pretty
Gee,
strong.
that's the
Don't come up to me
name.
immediately,
I
'cause
mean,
I'll just cut you in half.
Also, just
Nice.
you know,
I got a buzzsaw.
he can just swap
Well,
things
now you're-
around. He can be reconfigured.
That's too dangerous
The
for you.
bad part is, whoever has the ability to control robots might be able to hack him.
So we could hack Mr. Handy and make him dance.
Well, none of you
For
guys
mini
probably
Warmont.
could.
Just for mini Warmont.
Yeah.
Evie would be the only one even close enough to having that ability. He
True.
could probably figure it out rather
That's
easily.
worth asking for you, mini Warmont,
I'll give him a private show later.
on the
Wow.
OnlyFans page.
Wow.
Only coffee.
$10 for the espresso view.
It's like, no, please no.
Wow.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
All right, so
think they
Dia
add up.
is done.
Okay.
And what's the next thing you got?
All right. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna need to get your tag skills and your regular skills. Now, everybody. So your tag skills, you're gonna choose 3 skills that are gonna be your tag skills. And what tag skills basically means is something you've specialized in.
What page are those so I can turn to for everybody else?
So the
Well, it shows it.
skills, skills are page 44.
Also, the skills show
Skill
you
at
what
page 44?
attributes,
Page 44 is your
what
skill list.
attributes you need, right? So they're abbreviated
Yeah,
on the
so
left.
it tells you the.
So it's actually,
So, because when you're
So
playing,
these
you
skills
will add the
page.
2 together.
What do we do for
so if
luck
you were to
points?
Don't worry about luck yet.
barter, it's coming off of charisma. I mean, this shows you what
Mr.
your
Mr. GM.
Huh?
Just a sec.
what it is and what section it's coming out of.
What?
Greg is
I'm waiting for him.
Oh.
When
Waiting
he's
for
ready.
who?
me,
Say- you
because
said
there's a
just
couple.
a second.
Yeah, there's a couple things, because like with Greg,
I'm a survivor. Wait, isn't that a song?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
okay,
But
those
it's
are
also
traits,
it's
not
also
skills,
a
so Greg
personal
will gain
fallout.
some. Everybody will gain
Oh
some
my
bonuses
God.
with traits. I'm trying to figure out what everyone's trait would be. All right.
I can make coffee out of anything.
Okay,
How's that?
just about. Yeah.
That would be a answer.
Okay, so
But the one thing you can't make coffee out of is love.
That's not true because I love coffee. Evie, it's grind those
Alright, what
beans
is,
with love.
let's start with
Oh.
drinking.
So-
Did you like
the
your drink you
vault
had?
dweller? Is that what D is?
D is the vault
Apparently,
dweller.
because you
My
drank it all.
problem-
So do
Does
you
it
I
want
have-
your-
have
I have a
coffee?
Where
I I
are we
can't
at?
do anything till I ask this question.
Well, go ahead, D.
Coffee
Well,
shop.
ask it.
Okay,
Yeah, but does it have coffee in it?
so you say that you know how I got out,
Yes.
but if it doesn't match with what skills and
It doesn't matter.
And, like-
You're building your character as if you're still living in the vault.
okay, but what if it impacts how or why I got out?
It doesn't.
You're sure? Okay.
I'm sure. I know why you're getting out.
Okay.
I'm doing it on purpose, but I wanted your character
I mean,
to
what
be
if I'm
designed.
like really good at something, or
Why
Well,
what if
you can pick anything you're
Like,
gonna
what
want to
if I'm-
specialize in.
What if I've been operating some barter system within the vault, and I've been, what if I've been doing something in there
That's up to you.
and it doesn't affect
It
what
will have,
happened?
It,
Okay.
it might benefit you later out in the world, but you won't
Okay.
know until you get there.
Okay.
Your character, the reason I'm doing yours your way is because you don't know much about the Fallout world. So therefore, it makes sense to make a character who's pretty much lived her life sheltered. You can pick what you would have specialized, what you would have wanted to work with. Like, so, say you decided you want to be really good with computers, so you would have focused on
Okay.
computers, for example.
Right.
You don't know if you're going to be able to use computers out in the real world or not. It's hard to say.
The
Um,
internet could be down in this scenario.
You also could actually take a medical, on that.
Damn. I can carry 150 pounds. I only get 20 shots per gun.
Do we know what my shelter
Can I find an
specialized in?
abandoned treehouse
What?
to live in?
Let me see
Worry about
your-
your
Hold on,
skills. I'm worried about you
Show it
picking
off.
3 tag skills right
Oh,
now.
which page you were looking
Tag
at?
skills are
Mr.
ones that
Heavy,
you
were
think
just
are
looking
going to
at.
be most useful to
That's
you.
kind of a cool.
The redneck.
But you can
spaghetti.
only
It's to-
you can only
so
pick how many? You said
so
3?
3 tag skills. Those are going to be your
Okay.
specialized skills.
Yeah, so 44. Mark 44.
That's what key you were looking at there.
Okay, where do we put skills out with
Your skills are right there on the sheet where it
And
says
then the
skills.
book will give you
Oh,
stats
over here.
So you'll
and
mark
such.
3 of them by coloring in the box. That those are your tag skills. Those are ones that you're mostly focused on, or you have the most knowledge in.
Well, big guns is not going to be a help to me.
No,
Really.
big guns are definitely not going to be a benefit to you. Although it would be really funny if we decided to try to mount something large on you, like
Oh yeah,
a rocket launcher.
Machine gun or something.
Actually,
on a,
we could probably try to fit the cryolator on you.
Yes.
That would be interesting to see Keegan with this giant freeze gun just welded to the side of it.
Oh, wait a
Would
minute.
it be good for D to have science?
It might not be bad, but that's up to D. You, Evie, we're gonna have to do something. You pick your 3.
So you can only
But
pick
you're actually
3.
gonna get-
You got to really think about what you're going to do.
except that Evie gets a 4th one.
Ooh.
But-
the thing is, they correspond to the top parts, so that would make sense.
They-
whatever
yeah,
number,
they all-
if I gave
all of
myself
them
high
do.
numbers. If I
Okay,
gave myself
Evie,
a high number,
you
Yes.
will get an extra tag skill in either energy weapons, science, or repair. So you need to pick either energy, weapons, science, or repair.
I'm gonna do
See, I just
Repair would
picked-
make sense, okay. Then you still pick one more,
do survive.
okay. All a tag skill means is you get bonuses to that skill. If you're being a survivor, Greg, let me see if yours, you're gonna have some traits that you get later, Greg,
Okay.
that determine how you grew up, and it's gonna give you some benefits.
What would I have? I picked like lockpick because you got to be able to
That's
get into
smart,
buildings.
that makes sense.
And then I picked small guns because
Sure.
probably not getting the majority of big guns, but most any small weapon.
Were you
And then
abandoned
survival.
as a child?
The thing is, I know how
I
to
believe
pick,
so.
I actually know how to pick locks.
Yeah,
But I erased it for you.
doesn't matter.
I got it. I got lockpick, melee weapons, and explosive because that would be something that Mr. Gutsy would be.
Yeah, you're a military trained combat unit, that makes sense.
We
I
don't
have
have too many people having
explosives.
lockpick.
Okay, doesn't matter. That's
I
fine.
took
You can all have
lockpick.
lockpick. That doesn't mean
Lockpick doesn't hurt you, no.
The tag skill just means you're gonna get a bonus to use that skill. That's all that means.
Okay.
That's why I picked because surviving, I need to be able to get into places, use
Yeah.
small arms,
So-
and survive.
Real quick with, okay,
I would
Edie, you
think.
got yours. Greg, you have 2 options to add to that.
What is that?
Alright, so you have traits. Well, everyone has traits, but yours traits are a little different. You pick 2 traits because of the way you grew up.
What page you on for?
Page 56.
What's an
What's the list?
Lasers. Plasma guns. Okay, that, right there, that chart, you pick 2 of those.
Good 4, 5.
Oh, yeah, so you pick 2 of those, and you get the benefit from those. Also, you have a penalty.
This actually works having 2 books.
It does, that's why I was glad we did.
How much is the book?
So I can pick one of these traits, you said? I'm sorry.
2,
Two.
and you
I
get a
will
benefit
take-
and a penalty from it, so,
I will take gifted as one because
Okay.
that you choose 2 special attributes and increase them by 1 each.
okay, and then the
Um,
drawback is your luck is reduced by 1. Which really isn't too terrible, cause you can always
Mhm.
compensate for that later. That's actually not a bad option. So go ahead and bump 2 of your attributes up by 1.
And then
And
maybe,
then change your look.
No, leave his luck alone, but
Oh.
it just means he has 1 less than what it says.
yeah,
Because the GM can use luck as well for certain effects. So his luck needs to stay the same.
Okay,
So-
I decided.
I'll raise my intelligence and probably my, oh boy, agility.
Okay, I'm gonna choose
And
one
then-
more.
And then my weight is reduced, though I can carry less
You're gonna do
weight.
small frame.
Yeah, because I can re-roll D20 on all AGI tests, which rely
On
on
all
balance
agility
requirement.
tests. Well, you can also
Or-
spend an action point for that bonus. The flip side would be heavy-handed,
Yeah.
where you would get,
Let's do that. We'll
your
go
melee bonus
heavy-handed.
is
So how do I
increased.
mark that then?
So-
My melee is.
when you get to damages, it'll be +1. Which would be nice, cause that means that's an extra die roll. So you would
Plus
roll an
1.
additional die.
Okay. So on the melee damage,
So whenever you're rolling your melee damage for whatever, you're gonna add a dice to that automatically.
so but marking wise on the sheet, it's where it says melee damage, I just put +1.
Right now, just put +1.
Yep.
Okay.
You'll put in what melee melee damage partially will be determined by the weapon.
Yes, but this
But-
way just saying if I'm surviving, I'm not really looking at,
Alright.
I'm looking at a lot of
Um,
wandering. Trying to find abandoned coffee shops and such. Right, Evie? I'm not obsessed with coffee, don't look at me that way.
Alright, so D, you do get
Well,
one
you sign,
additional
I'm gonna
tag
drink some
skill
more coffee.
of your choice.
Was she the whole dollar or
Whole
was
dollar,
she?
page 57.
Okay.
Of my choice.
Of your choice, yeah. Because you were educated, basically.
Okay.
She doesn't
I'd
have
like it
It's
to
right
either
next to
be-
the survivor.
I'd like
Oh,
to,
it makes
to
a
either,
survivor? Okay.
So, under trait. No, not survivor, right there. The vault dweller one, the trait
Yeah,
right
but
there.
he doesn't have a,
huh?
there's Vault Kid, there's no trait.
That is the trait. It says trait vault kid.
So it
So what
seems
do
to
I
be,
do with it?
That's what I'm curious on.
It says Your healthier start to life in hands of the trained doctor, sophisticated autodoc means you reduce the difficulty of all endurance tests to reduce the effects of disease. In addition, your carefully planned upbringing means you have one additional tag skill of your choice.
My choice is the point.
Yep.
So it could be anything.
Yeah,
Could be
any
any
other
tag
tag
skill you
skills,
want,
so
yes.
any of those
Okay.
tag skills.
And so, but do I write anything above endurance?
No, you
Just
don't.
to kind of.
No, you leave
so
that alone.
I know that. Okay.
It
But I
doesn't
get-
matter.
Like, it's just that when the time comes, I have more endurance.
No,
Or
you'll
less.
add it to your. When I have you do an endurance test, your difficulty will be reduced.
It'll be easier.
That's
So
it.
instead of me
Easier
saying
to
you
do.
need 5 successes, you would only need 4.
Okay.
Okay, so you
It
need
makes
to
it
write.
easier,
That's
yeah.
good. I'm not changing it. I'm just.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. So, I'm trying to decide between repair and science.
Both are really good.
Right now I have.
Science lets you build things more than repair does, though.
Right now I have explosives, medicine, and speech.
So science will give you. Science skill covers academic practical knowledge, but it is practically applied in the wasteland through computer coding, robotic programming, and brewing chems. People with high science can make drugs to sell
Maybe I
later
could-
for profit.
Or maybe I could barter, but
Barter is, all of them are going to be good skills. That's why everyone only has so many skills. They're
Okay.
all key skills. You
Yeah.
will be able to advance all skills later.
okay.
Just some skills are going to, with the tag skills, you're going to get extra.
Why don't I do barter?
Barter is going to be very useful if you want to survive.
Yeah, I'd like to barter.
Well, there you go. You just pick what you feel
And
you
so
need.
far, you haven't even put any ranks in the skills. You're just marking which ones are your specialized skills.
Okay.
That's all we're doing at this point.
Okay.
So once everyone has their tag skills figured out. Page 50.
I think we got them figured out there.
So a tag skill will give you 2 additional ranks. So each skill that you have marked as a tag skill, you will have a +2 to whatever you assign to it.
Okay.
So the ranking, that you'd mark it in the rank then?
Not yet. Just like denote it off to, well, the ones that have a box add 2 to. That's basically the easiest way to remember it.
I
For
just,
everyone?
I just wrote.
That'll be
little
for every
s-
tag
little
skill.
+2 binder, whatever,
Everybody
just
gets
so
that.
I remember.
The tag
So-
skill is a bonus to the skills. We
I
haven't
write
gotten
it.
how to assign skills yet.
So
So
I write it down.
no, don't write it down. See the boxes you marked? Just
Yeah.
remember to add 2 to each one of those when you assign your skill
Yeah,
points.
so I write +2.
I don't need to put right +2.
If it reminds
Just
you.
add 2.
Everyone else is doing it.
You
So
don't
they
have
remember.
If
to.
everyone
Some of
else
us-
jumped off a bridge, would you?
Some of us reminded ourselves.
If there's Pokemon involved.
Okay.
Ignore us.
So everyone else once your tag skills are done, take 9 plus your intelligence rating.
Okay.
So that's your total number of skill points you can assign to your skills. You can assign 0 to a skill if you want. That just means you don't have any knowledge in it and you won't get any benefit to rolling it. It'll just be off your attribute. You cannot have a skill higher than 6. Now I don't know if that, let me see if that includes, I don't know if that includes your tag or not. Let me look and see.
Also, someone's gonna need to be good in repairs. I'm gonna need
Oh.
somebody to be.
Which I did not
Oh.
do.
Well, good, because I'm gonna need somebody. Because I cannot repair myself.
Oof.
So if one of us takes repair, we could help you out.
I have repair.
Okay, you cannot go above 6 by any means. So if you want to put a 4 in your tag skill, you'll automatically get a 6 because of the bonus. So then you're only spending 4 points on your tag skills instead of 6 points or whatever.
I'm confused.
What's your intelligence rating?
5.
Plus 9.
So you're gonna get 14
14.
points to put in this whole rank.
So you assign 14 points to all the skills. You can't put more than 4 in those because you get a +2, but then if you put 4 in those, which would be 12, which would eat up all your points, you would still get a +2. So even if you only put one skill in here, it'd still end up being a 3 because you already have the +2. So you have 14 points to divide amongst all those skills. You don't have to put any points in a skill. You can have a 0 skill. It just means you haven't learned anything or utilized that skill. D, I would say you should at least have 1 in everything.
Mini Warmouth says that you
Because
might
I've
be a
been
little bit of a
well-trained.
ruthless DM there, sir, Game Master.
He has no idea.
You have no idea, Mini Warmouth, he is being ruthless. So Mini Warmouth says to make sure you're filled with coffee before the game starts.
Just, you could tell that just because he wouldn't let us put +2 next to the
Yes.
skills.
Yes. Just imagine if we were doing a more complex game. So the nice thing is you guys are doing this.
He's feisty today.
Yeah. The nice thing that as you guys are doing this, the
Some
Star
of
Trek
us
RPG
rebel.
uses the same rule system.
1, 2,
Oh, I'm sorry, what
The
RPG?
Star Trek
Star Trek.
RPG uses the same rule
Oh, it's the
system.
same thing.
It doesn't exactly character create like this, but it's pretty close.
Yay.
So if we want to do Star Trek later, I'd be willing. I'm thinking about picking up the Star Trek RPG book as well because it's the same rule system.
Yay.
So and we don't have dice for it. They just be yellow and blue and radioactive
Can you
looking.
tell
Here,
that
Keegan.
I like Star Trek? Can
No.
you tell?
Keegan, do you want to
Nah.
respond to Mason?
Can you tell that
Just
I
tell
had
him
a,
I'm
Mason.
taking him, Mason. He said
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell that I read 24 Star Trek books by the time I was probably not much older than you?
Nope.
And that my mother,
All right.
oh, and I put together Star Trek models, tricord, everything. I
Alright.
did all the models. And then at one point, my
Well, you would
mother
have 3 in your
decided to
tag
take them
skills.
all
Oh.
to Goodwill.
Oh, Mr.
So-
David.
And I
from-
I don't,
can't.
think I don't think that'd be a bad.
It's not, and I think we'll treat that for you as a matter of 200 years has corrupted some of your programming.
Yeah.
And you've picked up a few other things along the way. So needless to say, you traveled around a lot.
Seen I've been around the block.
Yeah.
Think of
Actually, you've
R2D2.
kind of, I think, been around this nation at this point.
Right.
Maybe not quite. Maybe I'm more like, we'll assume if you did
So-
travel, you pretty much kept to the East Coast.
Think
Okay.
of R2D2, how
So-
mixed up he was.
David
At
from
least I can talk.
Oxanix
I'm not gonna
Gaming
be bothered.
Yeah.
is just saying hi. He can't stay, but thanks for stopping in, sir. He said he'd probably catch us later. So
That's
I
cool.
wanted to pass that along to you guys
That's
because he's a
cool.
cool guy.
Yeah.
We're not going to run slow enough to be
My
caught,
person.
but yeah.
Quinn's daughter says hello, person. She doesn't know you.
All right. Has everyone got their skills or still working on it?
Well,
We're
I don't know.
we're just waiting on
I might take away my survival just because survival.
That does seem, and there are a couple skills for you that are just, there's no point in you having it.
Foraging, hunting, cooking. Yeah, I
Like-
don't need that.
Like pilot, really, yeah.
Well, I already put 0 on pilot.
Yeah.
Because I can't fly. I'm not R2D2.
I feel bad for R2D2. Every single line he's ever spoken in every movie they've censored.
Is there anything?
Literally, they
Well,
bleeped it
a
out.
minute.
Stop cussing.
They
I
bleeped it
think
out.
he's the reason we have the bleeping for
Beep,
censors.
beep, 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 beep. Yep.
Sorry,
There.
let me.
I took out my survival and I upped my unarmed.
So you wanted me to have at least one in each,
Yeah, you should have at
And
least
then-
one in each
Are
skill.
my ranks good?
which basically means
Wow, Spartans.
Well,
Hey, cool.
yeah,
Many more
but then you
mud.
have nothing in the other skills.
what do you mean?
What other skills are
She
there?
doesn't
All
have.
of them. You have all of those skills. Those skills are all
You
available
can work.
to
You can change that
She
later
can put
with your
them to
dad.
zeros if you want, but then you're only specialized in certain things.
Well,
Okay.
then why did we taggle?
The tag skills give you a bonus.
I'm dumb.
Bonus is extra.
No, you're not dumb. You're just
It's
uneducated.
just
You may not have been quite listening.
That's
Poor
dumb.
Evie. She's having it.
Listening
Okay.
is not intelligence.
so
It's not.
at this
I don't know
point,
why I don't think that
it's
so far
fine.
away.
You can leave them and treat the rest of the skills as 0, and that's fine. That just means you won't add anything when you roll. Is all.
Okay.
That's all that means. So you're not going to be good with melee or piloting, but you're going to be good at repair.
Which we need.
You'll have good survival. You'll have good explosives, and you can use big guns, even though you don't have any. Actually, I'd almost take the big guns, to be honest, and change it to energy weapons, because you're going to start with a laser pistol.
What was that
I don't know.
roar?
Yeah,
That was
did
a
you
car.
hear that?
We just heard a roar outside.
Yeah, I would say you're going to be smart off with energy weapons.
So was that the homeless person? Or
I don't
was
know. I thought that was
just-
a car.
It sounded like
There was
something
a
out of this
homeless-
world, didn't it?
Is that a
Walked
dinosaur?
past at the time.
I don't know. It is what it is. You never know what's
You
going to
have,
happen.
you have 14 points. Actually,
Bring that to 2 and then there.
9, 10, 14.
9.
But you actually, well, but see,
13.
is that factoring in your bonus or not factoring in your bonus?
That's factoring in.
Then you're putting zeros in those?
Yeah, all the ones that are empty, you'll put 0 in.
So what, well, but what she did is she put like energy weapons at 2. She didn't actually put any points in it, she just used the bonus. So she actually has 2 points to still spend.
Oh, that was smart.
So what I would do is just bump these to 3 and put 1 in each.
There you go.
Because what you're going to do when you roll to shoot, you're going to add your perception of 5 plus your energy weapons of 3. That means 8. So you need an 8 or less on a d20 to succeed. A 0 just means, yeah, there's nothing in it. What did you do for skills, Dee?
Well,
She's-
so far I just put 1 in each and
Okay.
added the 2.
You added your bonuses, that's fine.
I mean,
You're
That
gonna be
works.
pretty
I
well
might-
rounded
works.
coming out of
You're
the
going to have
vault
a
anyway.
rounded skill set. Keegan would have a rounded skill set. Because of the way he is programmed. Or learned as he went along.
See, I've been learning as I've been floating everywhere.
okay.
Alright.
Hope there's not a strong wind.
Well, you have,
no.
what, 3 grav thrusters?
No, just one underneath, but
No, some of them have more than one.
Well, what's wind?
pull up Google on your phone, Evie.
Google.
Okay. Type in
I
Mr.
don't have
Gutsy.
any less than 3 on my top
Well, that's
list,
fine.
So,
That's fine.
yeah, I'm well rounded,
Okay.
I guess.
So now that skills are, and I suppose Greg just kind of did the same thing.
I'm done. I've been done with mine.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
added 2 to my barter because I don't have anything there.
Well, that
I
makes
added
sense
to
for
my
you.
energy weapon a little bit. I added to my medicine so I could heal myself.
That makes sense to you. Medicine doesn't so much. Don't think of medicine as first aid. It's more of you knowing how to use the medical stuff that's around.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Then
thought
I-
medicine was first aid.
It's not really first aid. It means you know how to use stim packs and operate the med systems.
Oh, well, I would know that being military about
Then
it.
Yeah, you would.
I
kinda
added
know
to
that.
repair because if I'm out surviving, I want to repair.
Repair
things.
is smart. Yeah. Science is also good,
Small
so that'll
guns
be
and-
beneficial for D.
survival.
All right.
What did you say for me?
Science is good.
I didn't do science, but I could.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I mean, I was trying to decide between medicine and science.
All right. Go to page 59.
And if he's got
You-
medicine,
you have
maybe
to
I
be
should do science.
Careful.
Doesn't matter.
Keegan the other day was holding a flashlight up to his eyes, Clint. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm blinding me with science." And I'm like, "What?" And I guess there was some sort of pun in there.
Yeah, I'm sure there was.
I'm confused.
Yeah, you're not the
You
only
would
one.
have to
Yep.
know the song.
Yeah, no
Oh
song.
my
Anyway,
God.
don't do that, Evie. Please stop. Okay. You guys now get to pick one perk.
What's a perk?
Perk is just some
It's kind
little
of like a
special thing
donut
you have.
or a cinnamon roll.
So that's why Keegan turned to page 59. The perks are on page 59 through.
Extra.
Where's the perks on our page?
No, Mr. Gutsy's only got one rocket thing
Does
on
he
the
only
bottom.
have the one thruster?
Animal
Okay.
Yeah, he's only got one thruster on the bottom.
Adrenaline rush, adamantium
Yep,
skeleton.
all the way through to 70.
On the other side.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're doing a Mr. Gutsy, not a Mr. Handy. Okay. That's right.
I thought you were doing Mr. Handy. Keegan.
Oh,
They're the
Mr.
same.
Gutsy.
Mr. Gutsy's a military version of Mr.
Oh,
Handy.
he's the military version.
What are we doing now?
You're going to pick one perk.
Perks.
I get a perk.
Perk.
Yeah, you will get a perk.
Where are the
Dude.
perks on our page?
They're on the other
They're-
side, actually,
Turn
but
it over.
they're not listed.
Oh, that's great.
You'll start with one perk.
Oh.
So you can pick one.
Yep. So that's why I had to flip the book to page
But it's
59.
here.
Name,
Might as well just-
rank,
Well, it
and
starts
effect.
there.
Where's
You
the-
can start
There's
there.
a lot of them.
Okay.
Oh boy, there's quite a few to
There's
pick
a lot, yeah. And you gotta make sure you meet requirements. So some of them
So
you
they
can't
have to be rank 1, because we're all at rank 1. You can't be grabbing rank 4, can you? Well, wait. No, because your skills.
No,
Is that what's going
the
on?
ranks means those, you can level those perks up later.
Okay.
Cause like Bloody Mess only is a rank 1. You can only do it one time. So you can only take it one.
Okay.
Now what does Bloody Mess do?
Makes a bloody mess.
Oh, it tells you how much strength and stuff you have to have.
Sniper.
Yeah, there are some requirements. You gotta make sure you meet the requirements for the perk.
Smooth talker. So it tells you the requirements is like 7, endurance, charisma 6, strength
Some of these
8.
you won't be
Some
able
of
to do
them we're
because you're
not
not the
gonna be
right
able to
level.
do.
No, you're not, but it's,
So basically, you're just gonna start off with low level
yeah.
perks.
So
and
you might wanna look for something like lockpick or locksmith or maybe computer. Greg, you might wanna look at locksmith.
well, when you're done, I can. Because then, what does the effect of locksmith do? I mean,
It's gonna
obviously
give
you
you
pick it, but
bonuses
what
to
does it
picking
give you the
lock.
bonus?
It's gonna give you bonuses. And in some cases, I think with the locksmith perk, certain locks you won't be able to pick until
Oh,
you're high
okay,
enough.
it's luck, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
this is where I could see if you're gonna play this, you should have the book for reference. Everybody
yeah.
playing should have their own book, so you're not waiting. Okay.
Yeah, it's, yeah. But
You know
that's why
what?
we're spending a whole day doing nothing but character creation.
We're gonna have one really weird robot who has a pet dog.
You're gonna do dog meat?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna take
want
dog meat.
dog meat.
I'm taking dog meat.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if you'd had dogs just follow you.
Can I have a Mishka?
Oh, what?
Mishka is the
Mishka.
wolf I have in
Mishka.
Fallout 4.
Oh, okay.
Just means you have a dog companion. I don't know how those work, but
Can I have a
technically, no, you wouldn't as a Brotherhood initiative. You would not have a pet.
I don't even know what it does.
Friend and ally
You
So
can't
it's
have a pet,
basically an
idiot. It's
NPC.
okay. Don't cry.
that you
I
have
want a
control of.
pet.
So you can do like dog meat in the game where you can give it basic commands to do things.
Fine.
Wow.
Fetch.
However, unlike Fallout 4,
That should be
dog
some
meat will
enemies.
die in this one.
Oh,
No!
Okay, dog meat
Here's
will.
dog meat stats. But
Dog-
dog meat can get killed.
Not dog
Maybe that wouldn't be a good one to have.
Yeah.
meat. Dog meat is not allowed to die.
Yeah, he's not impervious like he is in Fallout 4. where
I
he-
thought he was impervious. I was like, okay,
no,
that'll.
no, he is not.
That'll work.
Ooh, infiltrator's not bad. But you could have a high perception.
I'm one.
Hacker.
I'm one off
They
on
don't
perception.
work.
Well, look at this broken.
Keegan, why is your phone
Fast
so
heal
broken?
is not bad,
Huh?
except
Why
that
is your phone so broken?
you can't have fast heal.
Cause it saw your face on the crack.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, why? Why
You
is
should
it?
Cause-
take Heap Ho, Keegan.
Huh?
You should take Heap Ho.
What's he do?
He can throw knives.
Oh, I
hilarious
can't.
to
Oh,
see.
I can't.
throw
I
knives!
can't. I'm one short on that. Cause you gotta have what? An 8th in
Strength
strength.
8.
I'm at strength of 7.
I don't care if you want it.
Okay.
I will allow it.
Okay.
Just because.
It would just be hilarious to see just him run, because that means you'd have to have a claw hand. But he just out of nowhere, he just pops a little knife and just
We'll do that.
Just, I mean, it would be hilarious.
Wait, what's the Reaper
We'll do that.
one? What's the Reaper one?
Reaper,
Yeah, it's
Grim Reaper's spirit.
Uh-huh.
So you have to have a luck of 8.
Oh.
When you make an attack which kills one or more enemies, roll an extra dice.
Rank 1.
Yep. If you roll an effect, add 2 AP to the group's pool. So it gives bonus action points, but
Spend 1 AP to
what's
increase
your
range.
perception, Greg?
Perception is 5.
What's your agility?
6.
You could take Ghost. Whenever you attempt
Wait, he's a survivor. That would make sense.
that would make sense. Whenever you're
Okay.
this is whenever you attempt an agility plus sneak test in shadows or darkness, the first additional D20 you buy is free, so you don't spend an action point for it.
Agility plus sneak,
Plus sneak, yeah.
and then I get, what was it, one
So
extra?
you get an additional D20. So basically, when you're doing agility plus sneak, you would roll 3 D20 instead of 2. That could be beneficial to you for sure. What's your luck? Oh, it's level 2.
And that was
Trying-
Ghost, you
trying to
said?
think.
That is called Ghost.
Okay. Rank 1, right, and then Ghost.
Can I have light step?
That's what I was wondering.
There, that'll work
Yeah,
for me,
you could
'cause
do
I
light
gotta
step.
s-
That would
I
actually
do
be
like
smart
Stick
for
around.
you.
Yeah, that
Stick around.
looks good. I was thinking about
What,
that
what
one.
you guys don't see is, in the book,
So
there is tons of,
yeah, well,
tons of these to
and
pick
anyone
from.
who knows Fallout, this is right out of the video
And so
game.
what's the price point on this book, Clint? Was it about
50.
30? 50?
For the main
Okay.
book, it's 50.
For the main book.
Okay, so
But
he
it's
always
pretty
increases the
detailed,
range.
so it'd be
Well,
worth
it
buying.
is Fallout for,
Hold on,
you know,
let's have to-
It's Fallout 4
Increases
or
the
in
on
an
the
range
table.
of the weapon. It doesn't specify
Alright, when
which
you make
weapon.
a throw up an attack, you may spend 1 action point to increase the range of the
Oh,
weapon by
thrown-
1 step.
thrown weapon, okay.
So that's actually beneficial. It means you could throw, wait a minute. When you make a throw weapon attack, you may spend 1 action point. So
What do
you
I
can
write
throw
for
any
that?
weapon.
What do I write for a
So it'd be no big deal for you to huck a machete. Especially a burning one.
Ooh.
You
A
got your
burning
hands on a
machete.
shish
With
kebab.
radiation poisoning in it?
Well, you get your hands on a shish kebab, which is basically a sword with flame jets. You can throw it. Dang, that's pretty brutal to have the robot just start flinging sharp objects.
Brother.
That
What
may
do I
not be
write
good,
for a
man.
I have a question about
Okay,
intense
light
training.
step. All right,
What's that?
so
What are you done?
put
what's your
page
question?
67. Just put PG 67 in the corner.
What's your question?
Or take a picture of it. And take a picture of it.
Well, when you
Okay,
ask
that way
question.
what we'll do is we'll just refer to it when you're using it. But
Intense
all right,
training.
so
I
when
don't
you
know what
roll
this means.
Okay,
to
let me-
generate a
let me read it.
complication on an agility-based skill test,
Oh,
you may
it's got a
ignore one
rank of 10,
complication for every action point
required
spent.
level 2
Yeah, I know
plus.
In
Alright.
addition, you
Yeah.
may re-roll D20 on any agility plus athletics deck to
It's
avoid
the last
traps
part
triggered by
that-
pressure plates or similar mechanisms.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
you
not
can do it, I
worried
think
about
you
No,
can't
we'll just
do
refer to
because
it.
it's rank
Basically, it means
1.
you can sneak around traps a lot easier. So anytime we're around traps, just remember you have
Choose
light
any
step.
one special attribute by 1 rank is usable.
That's gonna let you,
Percentage.
yeah, not
Your
step on
second use cannot
landmines
be
as
increased beyond
easily.
10 using this
Yay.
method.
Hello.
Oh, I
Ten-
can't do that. I'm not level 2.
Yeah,
Hello,
that's it.
Frosted Fist.
Duh.
How are
Okay.
you
A
guys?
person.
Hold on, I was spending too
Okay.
much time on it.
But you're in there.
Wait a minute.
You're-
Okay,
You're in.
Can I
So,
have more than
we're
one?
doing the
No, right now you
character
can only have
creation
one.
sheets.
You'll get more
mythos.
later, but right now you can only have 1.
Okay.
And all your stuff that you got from the game is here. And then, of course, on the back is even a little bit more. But in the book, it's all your attributes. And Mythos loves Fallout, he said, Clint.
Yeah, this is,
I
well,
can't
and we're
see
gonna
it.
live
This is-
broadcast us playing, so.
We're just doing character creation, Mythos. So when we're done with the character
would be-
creation,
I might do this
we are
one.
going to do the
hacker.
game probably
Or
next.
what's
That wouldn't be
this?
bad.
I
You
think
you know how
next
to
I
time
don't-
we're
hack
gonna do
I don't have a perception
Forbidden
aid.
Skies, and then we're
it.
gonna
You have
start.
a
Cause I'm gonna need a
intelligence.
week
I
or
do.
2 to
Okay,
get
that wouldn't
story
be
stuff
bad.
going.
So probably
There's gotta
in
be
the
plenty
next
of things
week
to
or
hack.
two.
Yeah.
So
Hacker.
she's
Yeah.
taking hacker.
Okay, that makes sense.
Can I
Okay,
see your
sorry.
book for a second?
That's gonna be
No.
real handy when trying to get through stuff.
So see,
like
Mythos,
doors.
I'll show you. You got, well, you got the Fallout book, you know. So let's see if we can get it. The RPG book, and
Let's
then
see.
inside,
Is it still an RPG? If I
pretty
pull
much
out my
anything
chair?
you need to
Yes.
play the game. It's the same as playing it on the
But it'd be
video
worse
game,
if you don't make your
just
roll.
on a table with other
It'd be worse
people.
if you
There you
don't
go.
make your
Thanks,
roll.
Dee. That's Dee's book. But yeah, it's
That's gonna be funny. We're in a combat, and you're gonna like, oh,
it's
rebar.
the same. So
Yeah,
if you
no.
do this,
This is
then
gonna get
it
bad.
works out pretty
It
good.
is.
And all your attributes,
Well, what's your
skills,
strength? Just out of curiosity.
and what origin you are. Like I'm a
8.
survivor.
Okay, so an 8.
Just so
you
they
add
can
1
play that
dice
song, I'm a
to your
survivor.
melee
you know.
damage.
And he's gonna be a Mr. Handy because Keegan.
Normally, let's see.
Well,
What are you
Mr.
gonna
I'm a
be?
Mr. Gutsy,
You're
not a
Mr.
Mr.
Gutsy.
Handy.
He's a
yeah.
Mr. Guts. Yeah, I'm
Can I flip
sorry.
this at you?
Forgive me. Same.
No.
But
But I want to flick it at Keegan.
No.
yeah, I say go for it. So yeah, it's pretty cool there, Mythos. Thanks for swinging by. We'll talk more about
Okay.
it later too. On our,
Enough
our
joking.
show we do. This is just from the coffee
Edie.
shop.
Both of you.
Children.
And
I
on the
know,
live
and now
stream,
end
you
it.
get to see our dysfunctionality.
And end it.
We're just like a little family
Yeah.
here.
Okay, so,
So we got
oh,
Keegan and
Throwing
Iggy doing
skills.
whatever. Throwing
skill
skills.
describes your ability to effectively make attacks with thrown weapons like javelins, knives, and improvised weapons. In other
Good piece of
words,
rebar.
any junk you can find, like dish plates.
Dish
So
plate.
you can throw
So you
whatever.
can literally throw a plate an extra distance and do extra damage with a freaking china plate.
Why not?
You're like
There we
the
go.
junk jet without the actual gun. That's what we're gonna do. We're
Oh my
gonna
God, I
attach
could
a
pick- I
junk
could-
jet to you.
I could just pick up junk for ammunition. I can
Yeah,
just carry junk for extra ammunition.
You could.
Junk for ammunition.
There you go.
Basically, you can basically combat with whatever you can grab, including your own arm.
Okay.
Well, your arm gets blown off, you could throw it at that
Wait,
point.
he can throw his own arm?
So the saw blade gets blown off, you just pick it up and,
Okay.
which would look hilarious to see this round large object with this limb tangling behind it before it embeds itself into
Oh my gosh.
God
You know-
knows
you know what
whatever.
we
Oh
should-
man, we're gonna have so much fun with this game.
You know what we should do? Is we should print out some of our characters. It's kind of funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we have a whole
You mean
box
what they
of,
look like?
of Fallout characters.
What do
I
we
mean,
write for
Do
luck
you
point?
have the Mr. Handy?
I don't know. I'll look in that
Nothing.
box.
Leave it there.
I have the core
You have
box.
5
but I
luck
got
points
the-
at this point.
I
Yeah,
have
because
the-
I'm gonna have the laser,
Well-
the pincer, and the buzzsaw.
I have
Okay.
the Wharf.
Right, we
I
don't
have
need the
Fallout
miniatures for
Warfare
this. And I really hadn't planned on
box
using
too.
the
Oh, okay.
miniatures for this because the way the mapping goes does not require the miniatures and it works a little
No, it'd
different.
just be nice to
Yeah.
kinda cool to have them. It help people keep track of who's
Well,
what.
what it does is, because combat works way different in this game. So, imagine if you would the Red Rocket Station looking down upon it from the top, and it's broken into 4 zones.
Yeah, the
Okay.
miniatures
So
are cool.
all it does is look at zones. So it doesn't take into account inches or anything. It's what zone is the person in.
Ow.
You can throw something, because generally thrown weapons can only be in a short or medium zone. You can throw in long range. So you could literally throw a rebar from the beginning of the Red Rocket Station to the back of the Red Rocket Station and hit the super mutant that's trying to sneak around the corner, for example. Which
That'd
means you
kinda be
could also
badass.
throw tires
Tires.
or car parts.
Car part, piece of the metal.
Can he throw a dog? Can he throw a
Technically,
dog?
he could, but
It'd be
We're
improvised.
It's
We're not.
Dog me, attack!
It's unkind.
of course he could throw the corpse of the dead super mutant.
That's good.
As long as you could pick it up. Your strength's actually high enough you probably could. It would probably take both of your limbs to do it. And I don't know.
Puncher, buzzsaw, and a laser. I mean, it's kind of a nasty combo.
That is a nasty. Well, the laser itself is a nasty combo.
Well, because I can cut through things and then I can still shoot.
Yeah, that's handy. Plus you have 3 eyeballs.
Yeah, I have 360 vision, so that's why I put my perception
Until
on.
somebody
Have you
throws
picked
something
yours?
at one of them.
Yeah, there you go, Mythos. Mythos is asking there and there. So I'm just doing the survivor. And you can pick your extra, whatever you
Well,
want in here.
We're all level 1, so everything's
Everyone's
a
a
little
level
limited
1,
right
but
now.
on the skills, you can go ahead and pick the first 3 you want. So I took lockpick, small guns, and survival because I'm doing the survivor faction. So,
Well,
and the miniatures are cool. Yes, I have
Yeah.
the entire box. at
Well,
home.
Mr. Gutsy's name.
What
had-
perk
had
did you
through-
choose, Greg?
Perk.
Perk. Did you on your other side?
I took Ghost as a perk.
Yeah, so he's
Ooh.
stealthy.
So Ghost will
Wow.
help me
Makes sense
sneak
for him.
around because I'm trying to survive out there.
Plus he has a little
Cool.
bit higher
He
bar.
can be like
so-
Danny Phantom and go Ghost.
I
Kind of.
avoid traps.
Yeah, Evie doesn't go boom when she steps on stuff.
And I'm
or
a hacker.
tries not to go. Yeah, that's going to be handy too
So
eventually.
we have a guy, a
You have
robot that can throw just about anything. A person who can't be exploded. A guy who's invisible, and someone who can hack things. Well, this is going to be an interesting group.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, I could have
And then
been
there's
an
Clint running the
entomologist.
storyline. So
That's already gonna.
It's
make
gonna
it
be
scary,
interesting.
Drew.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
So,
All right.
I could have chosen entomologist.
You still
So
can
take
later. You can get it later. You'll get more perks later.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll pick up perks
As
as
you
you go
guys
along.
level up, you start
Insects.
bumping stats and you start
We
bumping.
really
Yeah.
need to get her to play
you
the
could
game.
get more.
I know, but that's why it made sense for her to play a vault dweller first,
Yeah.
because she has no real clue outside of the world, and that's fine. I will warn you though, the game is going to be a little dark. Like there's
Isn't the video game dark?
Exactly, that's
What
why.
is that?
what
Isn't
I
the
s-
video game
Isn't
dark?
that what I said to you when you said that to me?
Yeah, so it
Okay.
is going to follow that vein. Okay.
Yeah.
So what might be?
Now we're gonna start
Not
developing. Now we'll
involved.
start getting your stats. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. But that should have been. So you got your perks.
I think he means it's
So
gonna
we
be
got-
darker than dark.
No, it's
No,
not gonna
it,
be
it
that
can't
dark.
be
We're not
too
playing.
dark because they'll be being live streamed. But
Yeah,
he's
we're not.
saying-
We can't
Okay.
get. So there will be no adult content. There'll
Yeah.
be, you know.
Exactly.
All right.
I
So
didn't
next
mean
is to
that.
calculate your character weight.
This
Your
isn't
carry weight.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. So your carry weight is important because you will be limited on what you can carry. So carry weight is 150 plus your strength rating times 10. So take your strength times 10, add that to 150.
I'm pretty
So
sure.
that would put me at 200.
150.
I'm
Okay.
pretty
But
sure
it's gonna
I'm
put
limited to
everybody at
150.
I think you are limited to 150. I think you're right.
Okay, strength times what? Or strength
You have
plus?
some different restrictions that we got to look at for you.
Oof,
Me?
this thing
Yep.
is
Okay.
out there.
So my carry weight is 150
Okay.
and cannot be increased by strength or perks, but it can be increased by a modified armor.
Okay.
What is
So I'm
that?
limited to 150.
Yep. For right
I
now.
get air freshener built into the one.
But that'll lighten up as they start throwing my China plates.
They have fan
I think it's
So how'd you die by China plate?
Oh, come on. In the game, you can kill
It's
people
our
with
turn
teddy
now,
bear.
you-
I know, that's
Granted, you're
hilarious.
launching the teddy bear at what,
Teddy bear,
200 miles
death
per
by
hour,
teddy
and,
bear.
but still,
That'll work.
I still like the railroad gun, or the rail spike gun.
Oh yeah, that's
Because I'm sorry, but first of all, it's steam powered and it whistles at you, which is hilarious. But it's still the fact that you could drop a super mutant with a railroad spike being launched at 300 miles per hour.
yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's what the railway gun does. And it goes woo when you shoot it.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, that's
that,
cute.
that.
It's well, it's steam.
It's almost
so you
like
figure out
Fallout
your-
is
you figure out
sarcastic
your
in
weight.
a
Yeah,
way.
funny of that.
He
Just-
said it was gonna
I'm
be
not
different
sure,
for
Clint,
me,
but-
right?
No, not for you, for me.
For him, he's limited by his weight because of what he is.
Okay, so your carry weight.
I thought I was waiting
Hold
for
on.
something.
No,
Okay.
so
You gotta figure your
150
carry weight.
plus your strength times 10. What's your strength?
Okay.
What's your
What is
strength?
your
The
strength?
volume.
Strength would be
your
My
strength?
strength is 5.
right there.
Okay.
3.
So you're
times 10 is
180
50
pounds.
plus
So
150.
150
So your
plus
carry weight's 200.
So 180
It's on
pounds
your back, the sheet.
30.
Flip over your sheet over. What's
Flip it
200
over.
on the back? Carry weight.
On the bottom.
So you can't carry more than 200 pounds worth of stuff.
180.
So wait,
yeah,
how
so
much?
it starts.
Yeah,
at,
you're around 200 right there.
Mito says that rail spike launcher is hilarious.
I love it,
He likes
yeah.
it. Yeah, Clint thinks it's pretty cool.
It's almost as cool as a double
That's
shot
the
mini
current
nuke
carry weight,
launcher.
right?
No, it's your maximum.
No.
That's my
The
maximum.
double shot mini
Nah.
nuke launcher is just beautiful.
It's
It's nothing standing on a tall building and just fire nukes down onto the enemies below
Yeah.
you. It's almost as
Okay.
satisfying as calling down an artillery strike on a
Yeah.
death claw.
Huh.
That
That would
was
be nice.
fun.
He's concerning.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
It is very satisfying to call down an artillery strike on a death claw.
I never got to that point where I made an artillery strike.
Oh yeah, all my facilities all have artillery cannons. So I was leaving one of the facilities and there's a death claw across the water that was, I don't want to say it's a pond because it actually is a functioning river. Just kind of walking around, so I hucked a smoke grenade over there and just watched as it rained down like a dozen shells on it. Which it killed it on the first shell, but it was still funny to watch call down an artillery strike on a death claw.
Only you, Clint.
Yes,
Only-
only me.
I need
That's
to get that up and play that again.
And those death claws, the first time I ran
They're
across
nasty.
They're brutal.
game
They're,
was-
and they're going to be real brutal in this
well,
game.
I was like, my God, man, this is what the kids
Brutal.
are talking about.
Ah! I could chuck rebar through its eyes.
Well, at this point now, I can take one out with a shish kebab, but I walk up with the Gauss rifle and
Kebab.
just start waylaying it.
Oh,
But
God.
Deathclaw doesn't matter to me. Of course, it can't get through my power armor either.
Right?
But it does chew on you if you're in first person mode. I don't know if you've ever played in first person when the Death Club gets a hold of you.
Yeah.
You literally go into its mouth.
Yeah,
Because
I've
it
seen
tries
that.
to chew on you. Luckily, I was in power armor, so it couldn't, and had to spit me back out. But yeah, it tries to eat you.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay,
All right.
That's
damage
where you need-
resistance.
Nope. Yeah, it does say Mr. Handy robots calculate carrying weight different.
So this book, Mythos, and whoever's watching, it's pretty
Alright.
in depth. I mean,
All right.
it's got everything you need. How
So-
many of these sheets came, Clint? They're pretty nice.
100
sheets.
on the pad.
Wow, 100 on the
Because
pad.
that's why I say you buy the Games Master kit for sure.
Yeah.
It is very much worth having, especially since it's only like $30. It's not super expensive.
In the hobby world, $30 is nothing.
No,
dude.
not for what you got. You got the GM book alone is gold. Just the book. If it weren't for the mats and the tokens and everything, that's fine. But the book alone takes all your equipment, all your armor, everything, and puts it into one easy to read book. So for the GM, it's just quick reference it instead of flipping through this book. Yeah, it's beautiful. All right. So damage resistance for everyone is 0 right now until you get armor.
Where you put that at?
DR?
It's-
Yeah, the DR, physical DR, radiation DR, yeah, that's all gonna be zeros right now.
So it's the physical
Where are we at?
right
the
here.
So
front?
anything that
On
says
the front?
DR right now is a 0. Now, once you have armor,
Well,
that will
right here where it
change.
says physical DR,
Yep.
and I'm still affected by energy.
B0.
Now yours,
I'm still affected by energy, but I'm not affected by radiation.
yeah, I gotta figure out
That's an NA.
yours.
Including poison DR? So all of
Yeah,
them?
right now it's DR. Now there are perks that'll let you be immune to poison, immune to radiation. Their armor will be resistant to physical and energy. Thing we got to figure out with you, Keegan, is you can't wear armor. So what is your actual damage resistance?
Doesn't
And that,
say in the
I
book.
think-
Yeah, but they're making it sound like Mr. Handy can wear armor in this game.
Let me check something. I thought it was on the chart that. No, you have a chart for your damage. It's different. Or you have your own. No, you have your own hit location chart. Okay. So we don't use the normal one when you're taking hits. You've got to consult this chart. So then, how is your
Over
armor?
here.
All right.
It says my strength can be increased by armor, so
Yeah.
apparently I can get into armor or something.
I wonder if it just assumes that we're tacking armor onto you.
Probably.
Okay, then we'll go with that. Yeah, then we'll go with that. All right, everybody's defense rating is based on your agility. So if your agility is 8 or less, your defense rating is a 1. If your agility is 9 or higher, your defense rating is a 2. Defense is right here.
Okay. And it goes off your agility.
It goes off your agility.
Which was 5.
Your agility is 5, so you have a defense of 1.
A defensive one.
Evie?
So we all have a defensive one, Clint?
No, I don't know. What's your agility?
6.
Okay.
Okay, so you would have a defense of 1. Your agility, Evie?
So she's got a 1.
5, so she would have a defense of 1.
Yep,
So
and you have a
1.
defensive 1. Right here.
Yep.
1.
Just one? Even
Yep,
though
right
we
now
put
it's
it
1.
3. Okay.
When that gets above 9,
What
Then
do I
it'll-
do for metal?
then that'll go to 2.
Melee damage, we'll get there. We're not there yet.
Oh.
We will be there shortly.
Why does he have one?
You all have 1.
I know, but he has it written down.
Because
He
he gets
wrote
one.
it on
He gets a
his
plus
sheet.
1 to his
I-
melee
He,
damage.
I get
he
a
gets
plus
plus
one.
1 to his melee damage.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
but
what-
you just
when-
said
when
you
we get-
haven't
we'll get
got
there.
to that
No.
yet.
His perk gives, or one of his abilities gives him a plus 1 to melee.
Yep.
So that's why he noted that there.
I'm
Don't worry about what Greg says on his
so
sheet.
confused.
It's just one of the abilities we were looking at earlier that
Yeah.
I took. It said add 1 to melee, so
Yeah,
I just put
so
plus
it's-
1 because that's what it said to do.
Alright.
So initiative then?
Initiative is your perception plus your agility.
So,
So add your perception and
Mine's
your
11.
agility. So that's your initiative.
Perception.
Sorry.
Agility, so that would be 10.
10. So put it in there as 10. Yeah.
All right.
I missed something.
Alright. So
Hold on, I'll catch you up. Okay, what do you got?
Your initiative is
is this
Your
one, so 7.
Perception plus
plus
your
agility, so
three.
10.
So it's 10.
Okay. Initiative.
Yep.
And then your health is your endurance plus your luck, so 8.
Thank you. Is that maximum or current?
No, that's your.
Current.
For
That's
what?
maximum.
For what?
Until you, oh no, you didn't get to health yet, did you?
No, we haven't gotten to health yet. Nope.
I read ahead.
Is it gonna be maximum or current? Because he just did
It'll
it.
be
Should be
maximum.
current.
Health is going to be
Could be.
current. Well,
Wouldn't
no,
be
right
maximum.
now it's your maximum.
Okay, thank you.
Current is when you take damage. So,
Until you heal
Okay.
yourself.
so right now, health points is your endurance plus your luck.
I changed my name to Ivy Yellowstone.
Okay, cool. That'll
That'd
work.
be
That-
weird.
That's fine.
I haven't decided on any yet.
So, okay. So then health points.
A child.
So HP. Okay.
Thinking Heidi.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet.
I'm trying to think.
Current
All
like
right.
when you
So
take
yeah.
hits.
So right now it's your max. Current will be what you're down to health wise. So the other's all armor resistance. So okay. Then melee damage will go off your strength. Greg, what's your strength?
5, so my melee damage is 6. Right?
Yeah. Normally you wouldn't get a bonus at a 5, but because of yours you have the bonus. So if your strength is 7 or 8,
Keegan.
okay, Edie,
Yeah.
what's your strength? 5.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
So you have no melee bonus. So right now it's a 0.
I get a
You just roll normal damage is what
For
that
what?
means.
I get
for
a
your
plus
melee.
I get a +1 dice.
Mine's really
You-
lucky.
yeah.
See, Mythos? Check it out.
So yeah, you get a +1 dice.
6,
Dude,
6, 6. I should be just
Did I
fine.
General
Oh.
Kenobi becoming 1.
Sorry, the melee damage will be it'll be +1 for you. I'm sorry, the number you would put in there would be +1.
Oh, okay.
Because melee damage can be based on the weapon plus any of bonuses.
So
Anyone
you
has
must
a-
have. You,
no one has a strength of 9 or so.
No.
So I
D, what's your strength?
What's your strength? 3.
3.
3 goes to
Okay.
melee damage.
So she would have a 0 there.
And
She
melee
would have
damage?
she would have no bonus for melee damage.
Oh, it's just for.
That's just your bonus. That's all that is.
Okay, so I just need to put a +1 in there.
You would need a +1, and Greg would have a +1. Evie would have
Oh,
a 0.
okay.
Dee would have a 0. Now, eventually, as your strength changes, that'll change as well, or you get some specialized weapon or
Yeah,
something.
well,
like
apparently you can get your strength over 11.
that. By modifying, yes. Our power armor will take your strength above
Yeah.
maximum, for example. Okay.
And then choose your
Alrighty.
equipment.
Oh. You get Mr. Gutsy plating
You give Mr. What? Oh, plates? Like armor plating?
and recon sensors.
Well,
Sorry, what
For
was it?
Keegan, I'm just looking.
For Mr.
Let me see what your Mr. Gutsy plating does. Hold on. You better look it up in
Where
this.
do I put those at?
It's your armor. Give me a second.
what is that you got there, the GM
This
booklet?
is the GM book. This thing,
Oh.
here you go. This thing's,
Yeah.
this is what I said, it's worth its weight in gold for this game.
Get this in
Because
your
it's
tool-
all the,
Caps is
part
10.
of the toolkit.
it's all the Game Master stuff, so it's all the stats for armor and everything else.
Wow.
So,
So you got everything you need in here.
yeah, because according to,
Oh, I don't get a
Holy
pincer.
crap.
With the lights open.
I don't get a pincer.
you should be able to get a pincer.
So that
It
comes
says
in the
one
book-
10mm
the
auto
kit.
pistol arm,
Yeah,
one buzz
I'm
saw
letting
arm,
you have a pincer.
and one laser emitter.
Yeah, I'm letting you have a pincer. Because you're not standard.
So we're just gonna get rid of the 10mm pistol arm.
Yeah, I figured.
Is that handy?
Blinding.
Well, and you're, yeah.
Light.
It's blinding.
It's not blinding.
It is blinding.
Have another cup of coffee, Evie. You're good.
Dad, I
And
need
it
more
was,
coffee.
No.
I have this persona based on a stereotypical drill sergeant.
Basically, yeah. Basically. Alright,
This is
gotta find your
I'm
Mr.
gonna go crazy during my archery tournament.
Your archery
No,
tournament. That's
she
later.
is their
right?
last archery tournament. You're not gonna go crazy. It's too
I
risky.
had
sad.
caffeine.
You're fine.
As long as she doesn't say, run, Dad, run.
Focus.
Where do you put mods at?
Teddy's laid out.
Just
Should be a spot on the back for mods,
Nah,
I believe.
nah.
Perks and
run
traits,
around the block
Where
when you
is
get home.
your,
items.
Nah, I want to play in the park.
where's your Mr. Gutsy plating?
So you're looking at what the plating armor is for
I'm trying to remember what
Keegan's
That
Mr.
still
Gutsy.
works.
Yeah, cause it's
Yeah.
a little different with him. It doesn't say,
So on the podcast, we'll go ahead and end that here. We'll keep this live stream going, but you guys are going to listen on the podcast. This is just part of the Fallout creation for the RPG book. So we're going to be live streaming it anyways, the game. Well, that's good, Evie. That'll come up good.
wow.
Anyways, yeah, so check out the videos when we put them up, and we'll let the podcast go with that, you guys. So it's Fallout, the role-playing game. If you like the video game, you're going to like this.